I'm enjoying my time there. I hope you are too, and I can definitely open the floor for questions if you have any questions on the subject.
Do you guys have any questions? Raise your hand.
Karen, what? You have a question.
Ask whatever you want. It can be about me, it can be personally, it can be about Rick, Bold and Beautiful, the show.
Here, hold the camera.
All right, we're right down here.
It's not really a question. I just wanted to let you know that my daughter really responds to your voice. It calms her down completely if she's in like a hissy fit. All I have to do is turn on your voice and she is calm as can be.
7 months old.
7 months old.
You need to tell that to my wife, because if only that I had that effect
That's videotaping. Did you hold it up to me?
on my little nieces and my wife, that would be great. But thank you.
You're welcome.
I can just keep talking if you want me to. Just give me a call whenever she's overreacting.
She
and then
didn't
we
tell
can
me
go
she
in.
was videotaping, and I videotaped that.
Yes.
Hi Kyle, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? What's your
Good,
name?
thanks. Veronica. I was just wondering what made you decide to do Better Roses for your new CD coming out?
That song is actually not going to be on the CD. That was Bon Jovi is one of my favorite bands. And I was talking with one of my producers, and we were actually listening to the song, and it started out as kind of a thing where I was like, you know, it'd be really funny if I attempted to do a cover. I'm not even remotely comparing myself to him at all. And in fact, I kind of put it up on the website reluctantly. But we just sat in the studio, and the musicians just started doing their thing, and I just started singing along, and we kind of laid it down, and we listened to it, and it's definitely not him, but at the same time, you know, we were kind of happy with it, so we just kind of put it on, but it's not, we're not going to put it on the CD or anything like that. But I can't.
Yeah, I don't want to ask that in the open.
Okay, one question. What skills did you bring from Days of Our Lives to the Bold and the Beautiful?
Well, Days of Our Lives was my first job ever, and I was kind of thrown into the fire in the sense that you know, doing daytime television is an adventure. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of dialogue. It moves very fast. And the one thing I had, you know, the Bold and Beautiful being a half-an-hour show, we shoot like 3 shows in one day. People don't realize that. We only work Tuesday to Friday, and we try to shoot a total of like 2 to 3 shows in a day. So coming over to the Bold and Beautiful, it worked a lot faster. There was a lot more dialogue, and when you have a heavy storyline and you're working every single day, there's a lot more. You get a lot more scripts. You're on stage a lot more, and definitely coming from, you know, about 5.5 years of being on Days, the transition was a lot easier. I can't imagine people who had never done daytime television before coming onto Bold and Beautiful. It would be like getting hit in the face with something they couldn't handle. So there was that aspect. Not to mention the fact that you know, I was very comfortable in that atmosphere, and so the transition was a lot smoother than it could have been.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, well, I have a question actually. Where did you go to school, Kyle?
I went to school at Syracuse University in their drama department, which is, I was told we're near Buffalo right now, right? That's what you said? So Syracuse is like right smack dab in the middle of New York State. I was actually born in St. Louis, Missouri. But I only lived there for like 2 years. I spent the better part of my life in just outside of Manhattan in a small town called Pleasantville in the suburbs of New York City. So I'm a New Yorker.